What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's episode is called Anticipation Wars. Lately we have received two trailers for two very similar movies. Those are Captain America Civil War and Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice. So today these two movies will show off against each other. We'll weigh the pros and cons of each movie. They're both upcoming, they'll be released next year, but judging from the trailers, I will ultimately decide which one I am more excited for and why, of course. So this is going to be intense. These two movies will fight against each other. Let's start off by talking about this first film, Captain America Civil War. Captain America Civil War is the new Marvel movie, follows the events of Avengers Age of Ultron, which was released this year. So the Avengers are turned against each other after this governmental act that separates them into two groups, and of course they are turned against each other. Captain America is apparently the most significant character within the Civil War. He and Iron Man, their friendship is breaking apart, while he is trying to find Bucky and convince him that he is the old Bucky, his friend.
I just want to make sure we consider all our options. Because people that shoot at you usually wind up shooting at me too.
You know what's about to happen. Do you really want to punch your way out of this?
What do?
We fight.
I really loved the trailer for this movie. It just gave you a sneak peek at what this war will look like. Could be the most epic adventure yet in Marvel's cinematic universe. But I do have a few concerns that it may be too similar to other Marvel movies. However, I'm very excited, and this will probably be a great movie. But my other concerns come from the fact that the Russo brothers are directing this movie. It may have the same flaws that Captain America the Winter Soldier had. Like, for example, I did not like the fact that the Winter Soldier had too much political drama rather than focusing on the larger story. And I'm afraid the cinematography won't be perfect, because the trailer just didn't show it off well. And I'm afraid it'll be a bit too crammed because it has a ton of characters and seems like it'll be focusing again a bit too much on the political drama rather than the main issue of the movie, the Civil War that's going on. But I am still excited for this, as Marvel always has something promising in mind.
Sorry, Tony. You know I wouldn't do this if I had any other choice. But he's my friend. So was I.
Those are my overall thoughts on Civil War. Now let's look on the other side here. DC, which is bringing us Batman v Superman in March. Batman v Superman is the first DC movie we've gotten since 2013's Man of Steel, which kicked off this new DC universe with a great turn from Henry Cavill and amazing visual effects, as well as some great directing from Zack Snyder, who is one of the best superhero movie directors of our time. Now, Batman v Superman looks like it has as great visual effects and story as its predecessor. And I just love the way they are setting up the universe with this sequel. I think it's going to be huge. Ben Affleck looks like a great casting choice as Batman. Henry Cavill looks like he's going to have a darker turn as this character. Jeremy Irons looks great. I love Jesse Eisenberg's funny, sarcastic tone in the movie. This scene from the latest trailer always makes me laugh.
Boys, Bruce Wayne meets Clark Kent. I love it. I love bringing people together. How are we?
Lex?
Hi, hello, Lex. It is a pleasure. Ow, wow, that is a good grip. You should not pick a fight with this person.
I love how they're making Eisenberg's Lex Luthor less of an intimidating villain and more of a funny, likable guy, like you saw in that clip from the trailer. The trailer did spoil a bit too much about how the film may turn out. They may have something else up their sleeve, but you might want to skim through this part because I will be describing a few parts from the most recent trailer, which are a bit spoilery. So if you don't want anything possibly spoiled from the movie, then maybe you might not want to watch this part. But let me talk about the rest of the movie. Gal Gadot looks awesome as Wonder Woman. We haven't seen her lately in many other movies, but she looks like she's going to do great in this role. The rest of the cast looks great. The visual effects, the scale, the story, the build-up of these two heroes turned enemies, it looks amazing, all of it. And I just feel like I'm going to love this movie, and the direction it's going to go with DC. So, the trailer did spoil a bit too much about Doomsday. You know how they showed him in the trailer at the end with this whole sequence that Wonder Woman was entering, and of course they teamed up at the end. And I just hated how they spoiled the aftermath and the ceasefire within these two heroes. It may just be temporary though, who knows?
She with you?
I thought she was with you.
Now that I've spoken about both films, let's compare the two and decide which is worth anticipating more than the other. Let's first look at Marvel's side. Marvel has been showing us some great films lately. I really liked Avengers Age of Ultron. I think Ant-Man could have used a lot of improvement though. And I feel like Captain America Civil War may just turn out a bit too similar to other Marvel movies. I don't know if they're going to come up with something new with Iron Man's development. It seems way too similar with the other films. I don't think they'll be able to come up with anything new. And Captain America, I hope that he'll have some more interesting development, which will be different than the previous films, which is something I'm concerned about. And this whole thing with Bucky looks very interesting, and I hope there's also room for this whole Civil War, because in the trailer I didn't see enough superheroes fighting, but there was mostly just hand-to-hand combat, like there was in The Winter Soldier, and seemed like they were fighting Crossbones' army, which could be another cramped subplot in the film. So I hope this isn't another Amazing Spider-Man 2, which did terribly cramming all the plots into the film. And I hope Marvel can pull up something with their sleeve. That's something they do in the past to consider when we're talking about this. Because, well, even if they do a cliche, they're always fun at the end, in an aspect. Now, let's look at Batman v Superman. DC is going to be a bit unpredictable because Man of Steel was controversial against lots of audiences, and I think that it'll be epic along with Suicide Squad later that year, but I feel like it could turn out to be only as good as Man of Steel, but we don't know how DC could go. So that's a con that Marvel could overweigh. Marvel is a bit more trustworthy because we've seen them a bunch of times, and DC in this new form we've only seen once before. So there isn't too... Let's weigh these pros and cons again together against each other, and then we'll make our final decision. Let's see. Marvel has more of a chance to surprise and deliver us something good, while DC has more of an unexpected turn possibly, and may not deliver exactly what we want. But Batman v Superman has delivered better trailers than Civil War, and Zack Snyder's style has appealed to me more than the Russo brothers' style has. Let's see, what else? Batman v Superman has less of a crammed story, and Civil War has tons of characters and lots of subplots that might not end up well. And Batman v Superman looks like it has much of a larger visual scale and appeal. Both of these movies' casts look great, but I have to give it to Batman v Superman because of the casting choices and how 90% of the characters in the movie are new. We haven't seen them in the roles before, while there have been like at least 5 movies that we've seen 50% of the characters from Civil War in. So we'll have more of an introduction to a universe and characters, which could be great. I'm afraid Civil War may be way too similar to other Marvel movies and may just ultimately try to set up the rest of the sequels. But DC has more of an unpredictable turn, possibly, so could even bring us the most unpredictable things with its filmmaking and its future. So ultimately, I'm going to say that the winner of this anticipation war is Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice. Thank you for watching this video, an episode of what I call Anticipation Wars. Next time I may make this a bit more interactive by inviting another few movie lovers to speak with me about a few movie trailers, 2 or more. But this time I guess I just wanted to do it to express my own opinion, which I hope I successfully did. Let me know what you thought about this video by commenting below. Please like my other videos, share with your friends, and follow my other sites on all social media. Also, my next video will be top 10 Pixar movies. And to make this more interactive, not only will I be expressing my own list on what my favorite Pixar movies are, but also I will ask you guys to comment below your ranking of your top 10 favorite Pixar movies, and I will create a fan consensus, and I will share that with you guys too to make it much more fun and interactive. So please comment below what you thought about this video and your top 10 favorite Pixar movies. So I hope you do that. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for sticking around and watching this, and goodbye.